Yo,
Yo,
can y'all hear me?
I can hear.
Alright, I thought it's because I'm going off my phone, not my computer.
Is the stream live yet? Yep.
Lads,
You.
how's everyone doing tonight?
Not bad, not bad.
How was your nap, Danny? Can you guys hear the TV in the background?
Yes.
God damn
Turn that shit down.
it. I'm not even watching it. My mom's watching it. She's watching it all loud.
Tell her to turn it down.
Yeah, I want to live. Is it loud? Like, is it real loud? Or is it just...
Well, we can continuously hear. Without.
Let me hear it. Let me check the stream.
It's not majorly loud.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I can hear it on the stream. That's real bad. Go to settings. What about now? How we looking? Can you still hear the TV? God damn, I even turned my mic now. Oh God. I can only hope that's better. Piper.
Yes.
Is this better?
Can barely hear you. But
What about now?
That's better. We can hear you. Can't hear the TV.
Good.
Much better for streaming purposes.
Good stuff.
First game of the night, GRFC against 11 New York City.
Yes, it's New York City's first game since their controversy.
Since their controversial default win.
Controversial to say the least.
Blowouts. The blow up of the league.
Anybody got some early picks, early predictions, players to watch?
I picked Doc Robin to get a hat-trick.
Hot take. I don't think Doc or Canada gets a hat trick.
You know?
I think they'll win. I don't think neither one of them will get a hat trick. I don't think they play selfish enough. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but that could be just the thing that gets one of them a hat-trick.
Yeah. You're right about that. Prove me wrong. Who's here? Is it me, you, Danny? Where's Otto? Did all that? Not. You said what?
Said he's on mute.
No, that's Angel. Yeah, that's
Yo.
White Sox.
What up?
Welcome to the stream.
What's up, man?
What's your
How does it
predictions
feel?
for this first game?
Angel.
Angel.
Black Sox? White Sox?
Yo,
What's your predictions for this game?
who was the first game again?
It's GRFC Esports versus 11 New York City.
Well, I really haven't paid attention to New York, but from what I've seen, it seems like GRFC is more of a dominant team.
You haven't paid attention to New York. Were you online at all yesterday?
That what?
Were you online at all yesterday?
I mean, yeah, but I barely paid attention to it. I had other games.
Man. So you don't know, you don't even know their path to the playoffs, do you?
Nah, really, it's my first year, so I don't really care.
Alright, so here, I won't even go through it again. Talk about your game. Yesterday, Knights FC were put out of the playoffs by Tormenta Esports.
Yup.
First, sorry to hear that. Congratulations on making it to the playoffs. It's a hard task to do, you know. Secondly, you guys made it in your first year as a team. How does that feel?
Well, considering the way we came up, especially because we went from a good team, and then we went to shit, and then somehow came right back up. I mean, it feels good, but I know we could have did better as a team. But it was just the wrong shit that happened in the beginning.
Let's give it PG-13.
Alright, my bad. Yeah, my bad. It's just the wrong stuff happened at the wrong time, you get me? And then when we actually got back up to where we did in the playoffs of the preseason, it just wasn't in time. And I feel like maybe if we would have kept the same thing straight along for the whole, or consistent the whole season, we probably would have had a better outcome than yesterday's 2-1 loss.
Yes, that scoreline was unfortunate.
Yep.
Me personally, I was rooting for Tormenta just because of your manager.
Javier?
Yeah. He kept picking with me, so you know I had to go against him.
Yeah, I understand.
But other than that, you guys are a solid team. Any plans for next season? Are you staying, leaving? What's going on with the Suns?
I'm actually with 3 decision choices. I have a plan to stay if we rebuild, and on top of that, I have 2 teams, excuse me, that are my top 2 choices right now.
Intriguing. You finished second on the goalkeeper leaderboards, right?
Yeah, right behind 7.
Yes. I'm pretty sure you'll get more offers once the season ends.
I mean, I'm not trying to like brag or anything, but like, you know, from my first year, it's not bad in VPG.
Not bad at all. There's only a handful of keepers here, and you made it to the second spot. So, not bad at all. But now we have to conclude this interview because the game is about to start.
Yep. All right. I'll watch it.
So I just want to say thank you for coming through.
Yeah, no problem, bro. Thanks for having me.
Good luck next season.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you. All right. So now we have GRFC Esports versus the one and only 11 New York City. The path to the playoffs has been different for both these teams, but here we are. Alright, so autocorrect is behind.
And here, guys.
Oh, where is he at? Okay. Autocorrect is here.
Right. Welcome to the game, everybody. We are ready to go here, and kickoff is underway. New York City 11 against the number 1 GRFC. Kickoff right away, and looks like New York is trying to attack with GRFC quickly organizing their defense. Now, remember, this is the same New York City that comes off that forfeit win against Detroit, so it'll be interesting to see how they perform. Ball's down on the left side, attacking right away to the end line. That ball seems to go out now for a corner kick. Comes off that forfeit win against Detroit, so looks like they're looking to organize their offense. The kick goes out towards the top of the box. Ball comes in as 2 right away. Misses for another corner kick. You can see that was just a really good opportunity there. The ball comes straight in. He's uncontested, unmarked. Goalkeeper ball comes in again. Goalkeeper dives it, passes him, and gets cleared out by his line. Amazingly, not able to get a hand on that. And so they're trying to get the counterattack going. And there goes a long ball straight out to Dell. He brings it back all the way back to the keeper. And they're going to reorganize for another one. A terrible touch. Gives the ball right away. They get it back, however, and now they're looking to build up to that right side. It looks like Doc Robinson really hammering that left side and kind of doing a little give and go here with Baylor. Baylor comes across. He goes going towards the end line, but then here comes down the left side. Kenneth Best. He's looking for something. He's looking for more. It doesn't get it. Gets cleared out again, but look at the attacking power. They're just continuing to hammer away at this defense. Here comes the ball inside, looking for the crossover. He barely gets it. That might be a corner. Yes, it is. Yet another corner. 3 corners so far. They're just scrambling. You can see under fire right away. Corner kick goes short. Gets tripped up a little bit. Is he going to get the call in the end? He does get the call. In the end, they're going to pick up the ball here. It's going to be a free kick. You got a few guys on the top of the box. One guy in the middle. A lot of blue, light blue shirts there. Kick comes out. It's to his back end post. He looks like he's free. Doesn't quite get it. Ball still comes back into possession. Nice little loop over the top, but it's stopped by New York, who then now come back. And they are trying to attack. They hammer the ball upfield, but doesn't get it. It goes straight to another one. It's a lot of ping-ponging around. They're looking for the wide now. They do find the through ball to the wide, but unfortunately it goes out. Baylor takes the ball in, and once again, they are on the attack. GRFC just continuing to hammer away and just take away possession. As soon as this New York team gets it, they're just under pressure, and they're looking quickly to move the ball around. They find the ball in the middle, but just loses it. GRFC takes possession, brings it up. Doctors, nice through ball in, finds Canada. He's under fire, takes a shot. Boom, misses it off of the left foot. It looks like the weak foot, but looking for that goal. He's trying to pull that trigger. Viper, what do you think? Does New York have a chance at all?
Well, they're holding on quite well at the moment. They look a bit shaky in defence, but that's because they haven't got as much of the ball, so they're definitely getting pressurised. But I think if they can keep defensively solid, they might have a chance to sneak a couple of goals.
Right, and here comes New York looking forward. And here, they are turning over the ball a lot, but they aren't falling apart on defense quite as much as I thought they would. Man, who's your choice for tonight?
My choice is GRFC, but if New York City surprised me, man, oh man, oh man.
I mean, you look at New York's record overall against them.
Oh my God!
They come in straight in, nice ball to the corner. He's looking for the cross, complete open on the back end, not quite.
Give New York City to win. They made it in their final third.
New York. Straight ball in the middle. He breaks free.
Oh, shoot that!
Gets cleared out.
New York are definitely growing into this.
A lot of balls coming back in.
Oh my God!
Just a lot of deep possession, back and forth, back and forth. New York had a couple little chances there in towards the middle. GRFC looking a little shaky there in the back end. Gets a nice through ball in. It looks like Canada's going to get a reach to it. Playing around with the ball on the outside. Looking for that through ball in towards the inside. Brings it towards the end. Baylor in toward the corner. He looks like he's going to cross it. He's free open. He's going straight towards the goalkeeper. Barely gets it off. And there goes the clear once again. New York just booting the ball upfield. But, man, does that ball come right back into the danger zone. And here they go. GRFC again on the attack. They're really hammering that left side. They're trying to get that ball into the inside guy and work that cross over the middle. But they're not able to get it. A couple lucky touches from the New York defense. But here they go on the right side. New York depossesses it, brings it up the left side. There's a lot of space to run here. Looking for that crossover. He's getting hemmed in by the defense and turns over the ball. And here they come on that counterattack. It's non-stop action, back and forth. This middle of the field, really getting a lot of the grass worn down here. Canada is now on the right side instead of the left side. Looking up for the little dink in the middle. He's going to get free there. The ball's dinking around. It's a loose ball. Finally cleared out towards the middle. But again, GRFC just takes it back and boots it back in. It is all GRFC at this point. It's not a matter of if, but when is that goal going to come through. Madman, what do you think about the Canada's best playing over here for the GRFC this season?
Canada has been a phenomenal striker this season. Not only is he their top striker, or one of their top strikers, but he's also the manager, and he's done a good job building that team and building a formidable roster.
Ball comes in towards the middle. GRFC's going to wide open on the left side. Canada. That left foot barely missing. A nice job over the top. That little ball, seeing him sit in that little pocket. Wasn't offside. It looked like he could have been offside, but he stayed just on the right side there. And a good chance wasted by GRFC. That's about 2 to 3 good chances, with New York also having 1 or 2 chances as well. You can see the ball just ping-ponging, going from one end to the other end. Now, nobody really possessing the ball too much. New York's doing a little bit of movement here to the side, but as soon as they take that extra 2 touch, they're immediately hammered by that high pressure, super pressure GRFC. And you can see here that they're looking for that little triangle in the midfield, that little 1-2 through the middle, but they're not getting it. Baylor, excellent, one of the top defensive players in this season, just closing it down. And here they come on the left side. Once again, a good slide tackle, turns over the ball. New York boots it downfield, looking for one of them. Doesn't get it. Header comes back in around. New York trying to get in, but here comes that right side now. They're attacking the right side hardcore. Nice through ball in. He's open. He's looking for that crossover. He's trying to play the ball. He gets free. Crosses to the back end, but the keeper just pounds it over the post. A nice job for him to get in front of that. Otherwise, I think that might have been a goal. And here we have yet another corner from GRFC to the top of the box. Header comes in. It goes in. It's a goal.
No. Oh, what a celebration.
Little header.
It's an own goal at that.
Boots it in.
That's half time. Signaled by the referee. 1-0 the half
And that
score.
Looks like it's going to be the halftime. Wow. A goal right at the half, man.
Oh, my God. If I'm in that New York City locker room, I understand. I'm going to remind myself. It's 2 games. And it's no away goals. like the away goals don't matter. If I'm correct, I'm going to double check when I get a chance. It's 2 games. You're down 1-0 to GRFC at halftime, and you were the 11th seed coming in. Not a bad half at all.
It's not bad, right? I mean,
not at all.
You're thinking 4-0 by the half, or this is going to be a blowout game.
Thinking 4-0, 5-0 by the half, thinking it's going to be a blowout 2 games. We're just going to sit here and talk about nothing, basically.
And you look at the possession numbers, 55% actually to 45%. It's not that big of a difference here.
Not at all.
This could still be a pretty good game here as we go into the second half. Switching sides here now. GRFC now attacking the right side in the dark blue, New York in the light blue. And battle of the blue shirts, I guess you call it. So, I mean, that play, too, if you look back at that play, that set piece, too, and that redirect ball, GRFC is really good. Doc's got it. Fires a shot. Hits the side netting. It looks like their coach might be asking them to do a few shots in the practice range there, as a lot of these easy open shots are just being fired to the side. GRFC's got a little bit more control now on this side. They're getting some passes to taking the space. A nice through ball to the right side. Once again, Canada looking for that crossover. Good cover from the defense. Defense for New York seems to be doing a pretty good job of cutting off those little dink cross balls, even though they are getting to the end. He is free. He gets the ball over. Gets knocked out. They're free, but there's only got 2 in front. Now they've got 4 guys in front. New York coming in really hard, but taken away from behind. A good job from GRFC. And again, they hit that right side. He's so open. He's just beating the left back on that through ball all the time. Viper, what do you think about that? Is it okay to leave him running free like that, as long as you got that crossover ball covered?
I think as long as they've got the crossover ball covered, it's definitely fine to leave him running. All New York need to do now, they need to get the passing going. Defensively, they've been pretty good. Obviously, they conceded 1 goal. But considering who GRFC is and how they performed this season, that is not a bad score at all for the amount of time that's been played.
Yeah, and
all they need to do now is work on their passing, get it together, and they could come back in this.
Yeah, I mean, surprisingly, they've actually gotten a few chances too. So it's not that they're just clearing the ball out all the time. They were doing a lot of that, but here comes a really deep ball. Ooh, goalkeeper comes out just in time. They're really trying to test the goalkeeper a bit here, and he's doing a great job. He's rising to the challenge. Boosted ball downfield. Is going to return back to New York. GRFC gets clear. Is he clear? He's clear. He's a shot on goal, but here comes the defense. It collapsed immediately. Goalkeeper comes out and saves it. Wow. Little bit of a defensive mix-up there. Maybe communication error as 2 guys went for the ball and kind of clashed, and that left the striker free. Baylor bringing up. Baylor playing really high here and making some of those defensive runs in for GRFC, trying to clear that space. Be nasty, organizing the midfield. He comes clean on the left side. Doc Robinson looking for that little dink across again, but he's being covered. Has to bring the ball back, and New York strips it away, and they're going to boot it downfield again, looking for that guy to run onto it. Not actually a bad play there, spreading the strikers in the midfield a bit more for GRFC so they could possibly link up. New York finds a pass on the left side, takes 1 too many dribbles and gets stripped away from GRFC, but a bad pass brings it right back to New York, looking in for the inside pass again. Stripped away. This pressure is immense right now. Basically, they're crushing coal, making diamonds right now. And here comes New York again on the defensive. They're looking for that ball in the corner, but now New York starting to close down that ball. Does get one in. Here comes a nice little dig to the inside. He's looking for the inside guy, but wow, look at that. The New York defender standing goal side and not allowing that ball to come across. Right as you said, Viper, they're just closing it down. But here comes the defensive mistake. Leaves him free. Comes across over. He's open. He hits the post. It gets cleared out. Back again for GRFC. They're looking at 2 guys free on the backside. They're just hammering it in. What a game. Off the post once again. There's a clear. And a big sigh of relief from New York. Madman, what is going on here? Is it a matter of if or when New York going to come back here?
I don't know. I really don't know. But I just gotta say, like, after Monday and Tuesday, for those that are watching this, if you guys don't respect New York after this game, then I don't know what to do. They may have gotten here over a forfeit, but these guys have played. They're playing their hearts out, and they're putting up a fight against one of the best teams in the league, and they're 11th place.
Yeah, and here they come in.
I have immense respect for these guys.
Right now, I mean, they're attacking too. They're not sitting back and playing defense.
Yeah, they're not sitting back and playing defense. They're attacking. I mean, they gotta attack because they're losing, but they're attacking with like they're attacking with a purpose.
Well, they're finding the spaces too. I mean, they're
just gotta get some shots off. They're trying to pass it around, and they're trying to get in the box. And I think it's hard to get in the box against JRFC. So you need to take the open shots from outside the box and try to hope for a little bit of luck.
Yeah, I think one thing, as you see JRFC Canada bring in the left side once again, trying to square up on that right back. He's looking for that inside, and you can see he's continuing to look for that little cross inside, that tap in. There comes a bad turnover. He's going to hit somebody on the top of the box. He's in the box. He's looking again. He gets a little dink into Perro. He's going to bring it again to the other side. And they are just trying to work that ball as much as possible, but New York is not letting up. And here comes the counter-attack. And it's 4v3.
Please don't mess this up.
Brings it across to the middle. He's looking for the pass. He's going to slow it down a little bit. Let him get in.
Shot.
And the pass gets to the wrong guy. And here's a turnover once again. And you look at the guy sprinting. They're just dead sprinting back as they have to because they're just under fire and they got to get in position for that. And here comes JR Canada is doing a really good job organizing this side. And here comes a through ball on the side. He's free. Falls to the ground. Is it called for penalty? It is a penalty call. In this late of a game, 85th minute, 86th minute, big ups for the goalkeeper. Is he going to save it?
What a save! Oh my God.
He saves it.
No.
Save, keeper.
Robinson skies the ball. Unbelievable. Completely open from 5 feet away from the goal line. Could have put the game to bed. And completely fluffs it. That is going to go on a blooper reel. He's not going to hear the end of that for a while. But here they come in again. They're in the box. They're looking for the little dink. New York puts it out of bounds for corners. 89th minute. They got to get the ball back. They need to get a ball back. They need to get one more chance, one more desperate chance to stay alive. The ball comes in. Goalkeeper snaps it up. But he goes loose. He drops the ball, actually. New York has to then boot it upfield. Turned over to GRFC once again. Canada looking for the right side. Has been open all day, all night like a 7-Eleven. But it gets taken away. This is one. Oh, no. It's actually a throw-in for GRFC. New York's got possession, but they continue to battle and lose it.
Looks like New York City, I sit back and I defend. There you go.
Game.
Yeah, I sit back and defend and take the 1-0 lead into this 1-0 down into the second game. Because you don't want to go into the second game 2-0 down because you were trying to press for a goal.
That's right. I mean, they don't want to make this a one-off. They need to.
We hear you talking now.
Not before.
What a game. 0-1. Only. No blowout. We thought, I mean, it could have been, right? I mean, you had a few chances. JRFC just absolutely just losing their minds, not capitalizing, not getting that goals that are right in front of them. I think
we'll see if this game causes GRFC to lose and be out of the playoffs. Just think about it. New York City only needs one goal next game, and then we were 1-1, 1-0, and then you play. It's a third game, I think. You play a full third game.
You mean if they each win one? You mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's assuming they can. I mean, they could. I mean, New York could, but truth be told, JRC is the top team. They
didn't play like it.
They certainly should have gotten some of those goals. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, New York has to score too. They can't just sit back and play defense. They're going to want to win this. And we've only seen maybe one.
Depends on how you win, though. They can win on PKs.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how you got to do.
The stadium could, fall apart too, and we could all head on. But how likely is that?
Yeah, if the score is tied after both games, they play out a complete game 3.
Yeah, it's interesting enough here that Baylor, who I've always known as a top center back, is now playing left center mid for GRF.
You've seen Baylor play center back? That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, well, it's either center back or full back, one of the two.
I hope he's listening. I love you too, Devils. I don't even know what CSM means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. I can't stop it. It's weird seeing GRFC use a 4 at the back. I'm so used to seeing them use a 3 at the back. Do we think that could be a reason as to why they, in our opinion, didn't play as good as what we expected?
Well,
yeah, maybe.
I mean, the reason why you do 3 in the back is you want to load up either midfield, you want to go more midfielders, you want to go more attackers. And they already have really good attackers. I think for a team like GRFC, what they really need is enough. I'm not sure if the narrow would work here. If I were them, I would have tried this game with the wide, just so that they have a little bit more space in the middle. Because it felt like there's so much congestion in the middle. It was just the ball was just ping-ponging back and forth between everybody, and they weren't really able to organize a build-up and attack. They're just booting the ball to the corner and running onto it, which was working because New York had opened up the outside for them. But as you could see, because they had no cross, so GRFC, a lot of the goals they score on these cross balls, either these balls that they dink across the middle of the box that get tapped in, or they actually do crosses, and those get headed in for goals. That's where the majority of their goals are. So you saw once New York shut that center off, they didn't really have, that scoring opportunity, which is why, ended up 1-0. All right, looks like we are going into the second game. About to kick off.
Exciting times. The cup window is opening soon, so all the teams will be looking to
GRFC versus 11 New York City.
Get to a point where they'll be confident and play
in the second game. There comes a long boot straight into the box. Right away, it seems like there's attacking going on. GRFC's looking to get an early goal in. But New York is, again, there's a little dink into the inside of the box. He's looking from the inside. He's open. Goalkeeper stepping out. He takes a shot, gets blocked, gets hit out wide now, looking for that little corner inside. He's open. He's going to get it. And then there's the goal. Bale gets the goal. Header in the upper left-hand corner. 4 minutes in.
That was tough to stop, man.
You knew it was danger as soon as they got the ball back. Turnover, and you saw the two fronts get open on the inside. You knew that was danger, and that's just what I was saying. That's exactly how GRFC gets their goals. No chance for the goalkeeper there, completely wide open.
Sloppy work, really.
New York City trying to build attack here. They're going fast. One-touch passes up, but it gets turned over. Doc looks it in. Header skims the top of the net. Another header, almost making it 2-0 on the 7th minute already. Goalkeeper long punt in, gets turned over right away again to GRFC. They got that middle building up onto that left side again. Look at that run, making another run to the corner. You know the ball's going in. He's looking for that center again. Doc brings it back to Devils, looking for Canada.
Offside. Good call, bro. Good call.
And offside. So, Viper, what do they need to do? What does New York really need to do now? There's one goal in.
They need to keep themselves calm and composed. But like I said in the first game, they need to get their passing better.
Just the turnover rate is really high, isn't it?
Exactly. The turnover rate in this game and even the last game was just ridiculous. They need to get their passing together. Just take their time. There's still plenty of time in this match for them to get 2 goals. Plenty of time.
I see a lot of this happening where you just saw there where they get 3 balls together, but they're still in their defensive half. He's playing around, trying to beat the guy. Here comes in Canada once again. He's looking for the diving header. Woo! Gets snapped up by the goalkeeper. Good hands there. As I was just saying, though, you're seeing a lot of that where they're stringing a few passes together, but what's happening is some guy's trying to take on another guy with skill moves and turns over the ball, when I think they should just be going 1 or 2 touch passing.
Yeah, definitely.
Seeing a good cross ball there and here. So now they've got, what, three passes in consecutively, 4 passes in, and there's a turnover. So it's like within the 3-4 pass mark for a lot of them, they end up turning over that 5th pass. I see a lot of that happening. So I think they just need to not force the ball so much. Bring the ball back if you have to. Use that switch. Keep possession. Canada's really working on this right side now. He finds that inside. He's not offside. He is offside. Okay, yeah, he's standing over there way offside. No man's land. Goalkeeper ready to hit it upfield. Man, you think they have a chance at all? New York? Seems like you're kind of rooting for them. They're kind of like the underdog for you.
I mean, honestly, no. It just,
okay.
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's obvious choice. GRFC is, clearly a top team. New York,
it just looks like they're playing like they aren't confident in themselves.
There's a long ball in, completely open. Canada looking for that left side. He's completely open. He's working the ball. They're not double team pressuring or closing him down. He dinks the ball in, gets headed out. So the defense for New York is doing a pretty good job here. Considering how under fire they are 98% of the time. The midfields for New York not really helping them in this instance of trying to keep organizing, keeping pressure off the defense because they're losing the ball so much, and they're just they're clearing the ball out and turning the ball over right away, rather than looking a little bit more wide on their clears to possibly try to maintain possession, even as you clear it out of the backfield. Here comes a free kick. GRFC looking for string something together. Comes a little pass. He turns completely open. He's in. Number 2. You saw the set play. Good teams up there.
It's over for NYC, unfortunately.
Well, we expected this when the goal was celebrated.
If I give up one of them, it's over.
Yeah, it looks like it's about the castle's crumbling here. They put up a fight in the end, but it looks like the ball's going to bounce over his head. It does.
Oh, here we go.
Goalkeeper.
Here we go.
This is where EA needs to sort the game.
Because
that is just stupid.
certainly one of those. A thumping effort.
I don't know. I don't think. I think that's a goalkeeper mistake. As a goalkeeper, I don't think that's a game glitch.
That happens all the time.
Yeah, because you run out and you misjudge the bounce. If the ball's going to bounce, stay back, wait for the ball to bounce down, and then come and get it.
Even Wizzy is on the stream telling another team how to be his team.
New York's working the ball in. There's a nice open shot. He's in the inside.
Good one. Oh my God.
Barely gets tipped. The goalkeeper is a little bit too far off.
If they get one, if New York City gets a goal this half, they have a chance.
They got to score one soon. I think if they score one before the half,
they have a chance.
They have a chance. But I think if GRFC pulls another one in here before the half, I think it's pretty much GG.
Good position.
And they are organized, and they are now it seems like they're playing a lot more relaxed. GRFC, I mean. But that leaves an open gap. There's a couple passes they're stringing through, but no one to go to. He has to bring it back, slow it down. He does it. Middle, again, that center midfielder just loses possession. And GRFC now, they're going 2 versus 3 right now, but they have the skill to bring it through, and that just gets deflected off for a throw-in. GRC's pulling a couple people back, it seems like, not quite as many front. A little bit foot off the pedal, I think, and seeing as it's 3-0, that's understandable. But here comes a ball into the middle. It gets tipped out. Doc's looking for it. Doesn't quite get it. Gets
Anticipated the
cleared out to the
direction of
outside.
pass and was able
Uh-oh,
to
a
intervene.
turnover on the inside. They've got people forward. They bring it
Don't
up.
force it.
Hail Mary forced pass.
Gallardo.
Need to calm it down with the pass.
They still have
Perfect.
possession of it, though. They're looking for that inside, but again, a pass. So one thing I'm noticing they're doing a lot is they're passing to a guy who's in traffic, who immediately is going to get the ball stripped because you know the defender is right on his back. So, you know, you don't want to make the pass to that guy because he's just going to lose it right away.
And that's the referee signaling for half-time.
And that
Whistle, and it's 3-0
is the
I'm
half.
crying. I'm crying, gentlemen. I'm crying.
Sum it up for us. Is the team that's winning so
Why are you
good,
crying?
or is it the
It's
team that's losing
unfortunate to
so
see a
bad?
team crumble like this. They played so well the first game, and now
What were the
It's like-
changes you guys think that led to this? Was it formation change? No, right? It was the same formation.
Same formation.
I
I just
don't
think-
know.
I
You
just
can-
think
well,
GRFC
we don't have NYC stream, so we don't know if they changed their formations and got cocky potentially.
Did anyone sub in that you guys can see that might have made a difference?
No one subbed in for GRFC. I don't think.
I mean, I think it may. To me, it's just a matter that they've put the ball in the net on the chances they've been given compared to the first half, because it could have been 3-0 in the first game as well, but they just missed, you know, two like really obvious sitters.
Exactly, and that's where New York City needed to realize that those were their opportunities that they had to take advantage of, which they didn't. And now we're sitting on a 4-0 aggregate scoreline with 45 minutes left to play.
Yeah, I think at this point, you know, New York needs to, you know, if I'm the manager, maybe I do something drastic here. Maybe I change the formation. You know, at half, I go to a 3 in the back. Really, just put more attackers up and just go full out.
Well, that's
Yeah.
it. You're already 4-0 down on aggregate.
Yeah, you got nothing to lose.
You got nothing
Yeah.
to lose. Just go for it.
Yeah.
So, by looks of it, they've got 3 staying up top, if not 4 staying up right now.
Saw that coming.
Yeah.
Intercepted.
So maybe they've changed to maybe like a 4-2-4.
But no one thinks like that in a video game.
Thrown, the ball away there. Literally
Yeah, I mean,
opposition.
I think in terms of real soccer,
Quick into the
that's
tackle.
why for me is like
And the result is
these.
gonna be a
I
throw.
treat, you know, FIFA Pro Clubs as almost like real soccer. So, you know, things like changing formations when things don't work and desperation calls for certain things. I do it because it's not going to change if you do the same thing, right?
And it's
Definition of insanity.
It's given away.
And even if they bring more up, you see they have 3 up front, but you're seeing that even those aren't able to get through because they're either trying to dribble through like he was just doing. You know, people, they're all running. No one is kind of checking back to the ball there and providing sort of a passing lane opportunity.
They should do a Jose Mourinho tactic. Put Payne in.
Trying to stretch the opposition using the
It's the
wide
same. You just
areas
dump it
here.
into the corner. It's the same tactic. It's actually the tactic that GRFC was using in the first game, but they're just able to do it better. They execute it better.
There you go. I want to try and go through ball.
Good press
Oh my
from
god.
the team that have won the ball here.
They got the full left side. GRFC's got the full left side open as well. They are turning over the ball a lot more than I would expect from a top team, though. They're not possessing the ball to the level that
Was danger, but
you'd
he's
expect,
cleared it.
though.
Do you want some ibuprofen?
Gallardo.
There
James.
comes the ball to the right side again, almost depossessed. I don't know what that was. He's trying to back heel it to nobody. Goes down. That's going to be a foul for GRFC. They're just you know, playing kickball right now, using as much of the clock as possible. I don't really see a level of
And they get
sort
it
of,
away.
you know, desperation or a level of their urgency by New York right now.
Gallardo.
Not at all.
They're not playing like a team that really is down and really needs to get the goal. You know what I mean? They're just
Challenge, and he's got the ball.
get the ball, do a few touches, maybe dribble a little bit, lose the ball. You know, here comes a long boot. Wow, look at the wheels on that. Goalkeeper is out, gets knocked down. That's a foul.
That's a foul. Free kick.
But wow, the wheels he just accelerated. He was coming from the center, but beat even the left back to that ball.
That's the she, by the way.
That's his game, isn't it? Intercepting.
A nice ball on the right side. They've got people. Dark blue shirts are in. Brings the ball back. Looks like they're going to swing the ball around, but they go back inside. They love that outside because they're looking for that cross, that inside man to make that inside post. There he makes that inside post run. He's going to cut it back to the center who's going to take a shot. He does. And there's the goal. I'm basically pre-called.
This is game 2, Oscar. The aggregate scoreline is now 5-0.
I'm not commentating. I'm future casting this because I know exactly what they're going to do in all these situations because they've just been doing it, and that's how they score all their goals. So you see a lot of times that cutback, when they make that inside post run, that cutback that he makes across the ball, across the box, he's looking for that guy. If there's nobody standing in front of that, it's almost a sure goal always for them. There's a nice ball in there. He stumbles, but goalkeeper comes out doing as good of a job as he possibly can in circumstances, I have to say. You know, none of these goals are really his fault other than the one that went over his head. So, I mean, he's doing as much as he can with what he's been given. At the end of the day, you know, your offense has to alleviate the pressure. Your center midfielders have to alleviate the pressure. There's a ball that comes in. Is that a goal for New York? Or was the offside? It is a goal for New York. A crazy ball finds him. I think he was literally maybe 2 inches, just 2 inches ahead of his guy and got that one touch in. A good finish from New York, but a little bit too little too late. What do you guys think?
I mean, we've got 15 minutes.
A lot can happen. A lot can happen in 15 minutes.
I mean, if they don't time waste.
His score right here on this run here. Now he takes that touch.
All right, never mind. I'm back in real life. They ain't winning this.
I mean, they have such promising build-ups, and then they just take that touch and lose the ball. You know, like you can see they just need to get that ball through. Like right here, what a build-up. He's got space. He's got guys in. He gets that pass in. There's that run, but it's into traffic. He's not going to make that with 2 guys on each side of him and the goalkeeper right there, you know. But he's gotten really no other opportunity. He has to force the ball in because if he holds on to it, he's just going to lose the ball. So it's a tough situation. And here you see he's looking at Canada's looking for that spot again. He's open, but the ball doesn't quite get to him. A lucky header out. There's already some dancing going on GRFC side. I can see some dancing happening. The champagne's already being cooled. There comes a ball in. Goalkeeper has to punch it. There's a long clear. 82nd minutes to go. That goes straight back to GRFC. Once again, they love that right side. It's been working very well for them all day long. Here comes New York. He's got one option pass. He does get it, but one bad touch, just an extra long touch, turns over the ball. GRFC comes back in. They've got plenty of guys up front. One guy free on the far post. Is they going to see him? They're going to go for that near post run again. They kick the ball back out. They're using time smartly here. They're looking for the passes. You know, they are working the ball around, working it, switching it. A lot of he runs in the traffic there. And that's going to be a foul for GRFC. 87th minute with a free kick for GRFC. 4-1.
He's just giving him a chance. And
they are using some time on the clock, it seems like. Maybe discussing a little bit on tactics, but at this moment, do you really need to? He's just going to crack the shot in the end, and it goes over. New York's got 3 to 5 minutes here, depending on injury time, to maybe get another goal here. At least make the score a little bit less embarrassing. Ball comes into the right side. He is going to get control of it. Does boot it in, but nobody making that far post run, and that's going to be a simple goal kick. 90th minute, looks like 3 minutes injury time. That's enough for a goal for New York, but doesn't seem likely at this point as GRFC is completely controlling it.
Since Devils is watching and listening, don't time waste your puto.
B Nasty kicks out to the outside. They're looking to clear the ball in.
Did the keeper back out?
The keeper, looks like the keeper actually backed out, or there's a couple people backed out there.
Oh, man.
And
I no longer feel bad for New York City.
That's going to be it. Some cries of frustration in the locker room of New York as they watch that 1-0 aggregate slip away to a 5-1 aggregate, or 5-1 in the end. 4-1, GRC firmly coming back and stamping their signature onto the match. They're going to move ahead. Well, 11 New York, despite all that controversy prior, still goes home crying to their mommies. Check back here for the next game in about, how long do we have? We'll take a short break. If you guys have post-game interviews, I recommend you do them now. Otherwise, I will be back to commentate the next game, which is going to be Orange County Soccer Club versus Tormenta.
We will be back.
Mike is going to be the first official player signed to the Orange County Soccer Club esports team. This is really the next step in the evolution of our club.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of surreal. Being the first manager slash player for a professional club, it's a different level, because I'm used to managing the sides that don't have the big names, that type of deal. Being able to hold tryouts and from players that are not just from the area, but from, globally, technically. So it's a really good feeling. So, esports has taken off. There's a lot more people talking about it. You got pro athletes wanting to get into it. You got pro clubs wanting to get into it. I think now if you click on ESPN during the weekends, you're going to see esports, pro clubs, they're going to be talking about it. So it's definitely trending up, to say the least. I probably played FIFA longer than I want to announce, but I've been playing for a while. I used to play a lot of 1v1. Now pro clubs. I'm probably a little bit better than average on 1v1, but the pro clubs is where I really shine. So in the leagues that we have, like VPGA, there's team of the weeks and team of the seasons and stuff like that. I'm found on there quite often, so it is what it is. Yeah, so if you want to join the team, locally, globally, young, doesn't matter what age you are, old, just shoot me a message. I believe we'll post up a link here fairly soon. We'll get the trial dates and we'll see what happens.
Here we go. The storm is coming.
Tormenta attacking. Tormenta aggressive that time defensively, and it pays off. Up in the air, shot taken, deflected, and just to the right. Another good chance, and it's an early goal. He puts this one in a good spot, and it's a goal!
Welcome to South Georgia.
The rebound is up and good for Tormenta.
Tormenta is here.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to the VPG Americas, also known as VPGA. We have another great game for you guys set up. Orange County Soccer Club Esports versus Tormenta. Orange County coming in with a 26-5-7 record versus Tormenta's 18-7-13 record. Orange County obviously made a big headline this year, coming in as part of the official branch, I guess, or department of esports for the Orange County Soccer Club, which is a USL team in the American leagues here. Big news, kind of the step forward for where we think, pro clubs esports should go. Obviously, in Europe, in VPG Europe, this has been happening in a big way with QPR, Oxford, Rovers, and a lot of these championship or first league teams coming in and creating actual esports clubs. But Orange County kind of being the model for the U.S. clubs to kind of follow is very exciting. I think for me personally, I think this is, this year and next year, I think are kind of the years for pro clubs to happen. And I'm really excited about it. But tonight we could see Tormenta, the dark horse, coming in, playing a very defensive formation typically. Usually, really hardcore not five in the back, but five defensively is what we've seen them do, and then work the counterattacks really well, the outsides. Whereas Orange County has got a bunch of top players that also play on the VPG USA team. They're looking to make their stamp coming in at the second place in the league. They're looking to make their stamp on the game probably as early as possible. They've got a lot of great talent on that team. Madman, you here? Who's here with me?
I'm here.
Okay, cool. So, Orange County versus Tormenta. Now, in the last game of Tormenta, you seemed kind of a fan of Tormenta. Are you still going to be with them tonight?
Oh my god! This game is just it's a game. There's a lot going on in this game. We got Krim versus Pulisic. The two midfields for both these teams I think are going to be the stars of the show. The keepers for both these teams are amazing. It's going to be the game in the playoffs. I was a fan of Tormenta last night because Javi Merckx is a douche. And Sarkozy has been a douche, but there's one thing you don't do. You don't bet against Brady, and you don't bet against Sarkozy.
Okay.
But I'm still going to go with Tormenta, though.
And we look at...
Sometimes you got to go against what doesn't make right.
I'm looking at the records or the matches previously as well, and like you can see, actually, Orange County, while they have their blowouts, Atlanta 5-0, 6-0, they when it comes against the top teams or teams that can actually do well, they do win the games, but they don't win by much. You're seeing a 1-0 loss to Unkind. You're seeing a 1-0 loss to Detroit, even a 2-1 loss to Detroit. Knights, a 2-1 loss, both games. So they lost to Knights recently. The last two matches they played, 1-2, both games. So they're losing the Knights. They're barely winning against Unkind. They're barely winning against Detroit. It'll be interesting to see if they can actually come through here or if there's an upset because, their match history is not, very clear cut like GRFC's was. There are some games where they could have easily lost these as well. So I think it's going to be a great game. We're about 3 minutes out for the game. I want to take a moment to shout out our sponsor, GeoProtein, for sponsoring the league. A lot of exciting things coming for the next season as well. From what I hear, 16 new teams coming in, a split league with First League comprised of esports teams or USL teams or actual teams from soccer clubs, including ones from Europe. And then we've got League Two, which will be comprised of primarily a lot of the 11 side teams that you are seeing here, like 11 Detroit, 11 New York, etc. So all that not confirmed yet, of course, but that's kind of the structure that I've been told, and it is exciting. Going back to a 2-league system, I don't know if you guys remember, if you've been around as long as I have, where there was a 2-league system prior in VPGA with a relegation system, and then they moved off of the relegation system a bit. There are a lot of changes have been happening, a lot of good leagues out there. Hopefully we'll get more USL teams involved. From what I hear, there are some more that are interested. And so, that's going to be exciting to see kind of happening in the next so often. Looks like we've got the lineup here. Tormenta. And then we don't have a lineup. It flashed up on the screen, and then it flashed off the screen. Again, this is the playoff run where single elimination, we are moving into 2 games as opposed to the single games in the prelims. So 2 games leading to a 3rd game if there's a tiebreak, and then penalties. There's a lineup versus Orange County. Lumi in goal. Barca, Mira, Diaz, Soto on the backside. It's a 4-2. 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1. Interesting. You've got attacking midfielders, I think, a Ram and a Lamb. So much more of an attacking formation of Tormenta than we've seen before. We know they can attack. We've seen them attack and score some goals. So they have it in them. There it is again, one at the top. Pop at the top. So you've got that triangle, that Cam, LCM, RCM, that triangle of terror that's going to be looking to set up plays and then feed them out, and then having a strong attacking outside with Ram Lamb and that single striker up top. Of course, issues with attacking midfielders. They're pushing up a lot. You've got that gap. If they get tackled or they're slow to come back or recover, you've got the gaps on the sides, allowing the opposing team to then run up the sides, take that space. And then your left backs and right backs are going to have to then push up a little bit to fill that space, and that's going to leave potential passing lanes for strikers to run through behind them onto the goal. So that'll be one thing they should probably, that could be something that the other team could exploit. Orange County having very strong midfield. They like to work the ball around. They like to be organized. In some cases, I feel they ensue, a direct shot on goal for maybe an extra pass for that beautiful tap in or, that beautiful side volley. So we'll see if that pays off for them here. A style cultivated by the manager coming out of the team, a local of Orange County. One of the reasons why they chose him, I guess, from what I heard. He's done a great job of coming in first year into the league. A lot of responsibility, a lot of expectations. When you join a soccer club like Orange County, there are expectations. You're not just a partner. You're not just using their logo. Orange County is unique in the sense that they're actually part of the club itself. The club views them as an extension of the actual club and the brand. And so with that comes real life expectations. You're talking to guys, managers, and people on the side of the club who have interest in seeing this succeed. And now then ending the league in the 2nd place, that's got to be a good feeling for them. All right, I'm going to take a couple minutes break, and we'll be back for the live stream. Danny, I recommend if you are still here, you mute your mic while you're playing. If you're playing, right? So you should probably mute your Skype mic when you're playing. Yeah, if you can. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
What you think? We want to hear you tell Carl Patrick the ball 20 times a game.
We'll be back in a couple minutes, guys. Hunker down. See you in a bit. All right.
Welcome back.
We are back. Stadium is looking brisk. Tormenta Esport versus Orange County. Orange County looks like they're in the white, Tormenta in the fuchsia pink mix. And we are underway. Tormenta immediately linking up some passes there in the midfield. They've got some space. Orange County isn't pressuring too hard. Pretty normal. They're linking up in the inside. Gets the ball taken away. Rob brings it over to the right side. They're looking for some possession. Got a big gap in the middle. As you can see, they're playing very, pass, very possession style. One up front. You've got 5 guys right swarming on the right side. There goes a pass through. Contesting for the ball does come in. No problem for Lumi to handle. Snaps that one out. Guys, what do they have to do here? What does Tormenta have to do to get a goal?
That.
Except for just that. Offside, though.
That was a perfectly timed question.
Perfectly timed question. I mean, he managed to squeeze that ball in between 2 defenders like that.
No, that's it. It was a very good ball. It was just unfortunate the other striker was, offside.
So do you think balls like that, through balls into high traffic like that, just trying to get that pinpoint action, is that going to work against Orange County? Do they need to work the outsides more?
I'd say it could work against any team. As long as the pass is right and the run is right, that kind of ball is definitely a ball that can work against any team.
What was interesting to me in that play was how high those 2 defenders were actually. There wasn't one dropped back and then one, pressuring that the striker. They were both exactly side to side, like literally 1 foot apart, and that ball still managed to get through it. Here we go, Tormenta restarting on that. Contesting the ball. He's fighting for it. Orange County is a little ditty to the side, a little ditty. Gets past him, and there goes the ball immediately. They're not wasting time. 1-2 touch into the open space. Here comes that inside post. But Lumi snaps it up once again. I think he's looking for that. And Orange County struggling to get anything onto the net at the moment. As I mentioned in the pregame, they do like to work the ball around a lot, and they do like to look for those nice tap-ins, those crosses. They don't take too many direct shots on net, actually. They like to work it around unless it's like really an obvious goal. So I expect them to do a lot of that here, and you're seeing them trying to work out the ball. Tormenta shutting them down the defense right there. Turn away. Now they've got 3 guys up front. They're building attack. Looks for the switch. Doesn't get it. Sarkozy blocks it in the middle. He's holding the ball, slowing it down a little bit. And you see he gets it to the right side in the end. But 2 Tormenta guys. Oh, he blows by the 2 Tormenta guys as they try to close in. One slides in. Not getting him, crosses in and out to the top of the box. He's open. He's doing a ditty, trying to get free for the shot. Doesn't get it. Tormenta immediately on the counterattack, but they got to slow it down as they don't have enough guys up front. Long, booming through ball into the corner. He's going to try to run onto it. Doesn't get to it, but they do, and they're back, but they're not. And Orange County, once again, has possession into that right corner. They're really attacking the right corner. There's something about that right corner that they really like right now, and they're just decided to just, attack. And you can see Rob's back is completely to the left side, almost completely the entire time. He's not looking for that left side at all. He's looking for that right side. Tormenta working the ball around in the backfield. Little bit under pressure. He's going to have to settle it down, but he kicks it upfield, and it gets knocked right back. This FIFA, man, you can get one-hander. It goes right back to where it is. Tormenta is a little bit disorganized there as they got 3 guys chasing after 1 ball, but they do get it out, and it come back. There's the ping-ponging action of FIFA 19 that we know and love. The ball comes through into the center, looking for that left side run. He doesn't get it. He's holding on to the ball. He does find it on the outside. They're looking for that inside. He does get it. He's free. He's open. He makes a play. Orange County shuts it down in the end, but while the Tormenta looking dangerous in their own right as they work that inside pass and get that guy free in the middle. No left side overlap there. Kind of limited the options there, I think. Do you need that left side overlap, Viper?
Yeah, definitely, man. You need both the left and the right side overlap. You need...
Ball comes in, a header!
Woo! Yeah, so you need as much space as you can find. Now, especially if you're going up against a top team, you need to find the space. You need to get the passing right. And at the moment, both teams are doing pretty decent.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty decent game. Madman, what's your money on right now? You've got $1,000, $10,000 mortgage on the house you've taken for this bet.
Tormenta FC.
Tormenta all the way. He's betting the mortgage on
Lost my phone, yo.
Orange County trying to battle it in. I think it's like a battle of the midfield right now. They're just battling away of possession. Orange County likes to slow it down a little bit, work the pass. You can see them doing a little bit of individual ball skill, but Tormenta comes in and just snaps it away.
I said that, by the way. I said the midfields of these teams were pretty good again.
Yeah, it's a battle. I agree. It's a battle of midfield. You're seeing it right here. It's just a massive battle. You know, you've got Orange County with a little bit better individual ball skill, moving the ball around, but Tormenta very, very solid on the pressure. They're not letting up on the midfield. They're closing down, but ball does come through. He does look for it. He's on the wrong side of the guy, but comes through, and I think there's a foul here. Is he pointed to the spot? No, it's just outside of the box. They're going to get a free kick, but wow, look at the distance. This could be anything. It could be a shot. It could be a little pass to the side and then a shot. I think it's going to be probably that, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody pulls the trigger here. Tees it up. There's the fake. I was faked. Completely faked. Tees it up.
What a goal by Pulisic.
And what a goal!
Oh, wow.
What a
shot. No celebration.
We're never going to get the end of this, guys.
My man, Pulisic pulls the one out.
Pulisic pulls in.
Be sure to check out his Facebook page. He'll have a video later.
Look at that accuracy. That dipping knuckleball just hits that bottom corner. Brilliant ball, but here comes Tormenta. He's free, unless he's looking for the crossover.
Ooh.
Oh, a little bit too close to the keeper. They came back with a vengeance. It could have been 1-1 there.
I like that. Coming straight back. No fear.
No fear whatsoever, but look at that distribution. Goalkeeper gets free, almost gets free. They have to clear the ball out. But let's talk about that set play. I mean, from a big distance, Pulisic coming through in the end in a big way, putting them on the scoreboard. Gutsy. He has the trust of his team if they're allowing him to take a direct shot like that, not working plays or set pieces.
With the free kicks that Pulisic have scored in the past, he definitely has the trust of his team when it comes to situations like that.
And there you go. Time tested, time proven. And it's a good distance, too. And that puts them up 1-0. But it's been a battle. Look at the battle. Just midfielders, battling. There comes the ball back. It's very close. Woo, that was dangerous. Could have been disaster there. Got to be really careful when you are distributing back to the goalkeeper. And he puts a long booming ball into the space. Nobody there to pick it up. Tormenta can easily come back on this.
Oh, easily. If they keep doing what they're doing, they could easily come back into this game.
I think, it's really going to be about the linking of these attacking midfielders into the wides is what they're doing, and then trying to find that inside pass to get into the goal. I think both of them are trying that at the moment. They're both trying to work that ball inside and get that tap-in goal. Orange County a little bit better in the midfield, but Tormenta's defense stronger, I feel, on that side, and we're into halftime. Thoughts, Madman, on first half?
Tormenta.
Okay.
Madman sounds depressed at the moment.
That's I'm not quite sure what that means, but
one of my sources tells me that he doesn't have the support from the team, but he knows where he can shoot from.
Okay.
And he knows when he has the green light and when he knows to play the set piece plays that they practice.
All right. Well, I mean, he's got the goal now, so maybe next time we'll be more.
Maybe he gets that support.
Yeah, we'll see. Viper, what did you think of the first half?
I thought it was good. I thought it was a good. Both teams showing what they can do, possessing the ball well, getting some good attacking play going. Both defensively really good. It just came down to that free kick that came from the goal. Other than that, open play has been really good.
And you see Orange County attacking strongly here. One-time shot. Looks like, I think maybe the manager said halftime is pull the trigger more. Because that's what they're doing. They're pulling the trigger more. And here comes the ball in. Goes straight to Tormenta. What a lucky bounce. He's open on the left side. He does get the through ball in. He's got the wheels on, but here comes a slide, a brilliant defensive slide. Orange County is able to come up with those plays when they can, and that's, I think, what really sets them apart is they're able to come up with theirs. There's the advantage call coming in, but it does get called back in the end. Tormenta is much more of a straightforward type of a style. Not too much flash, not too much, glitz and glamour. They put the glitter back in the bottle. There's no glitter floating around. They're very, kind of a meat and potatoes type of team, and it's paid off pretty well for them, and they're still into this. You can see they are losing a little bit more possession in midfield, I feel, and that's causing Orange County to attack a lot more. Look at all the space he's taking in, but a bad pass on the side travels and bounces around. They get it back after all, and they're possessing it a lot better now, I think, in that midfield, kind of winning the midfield battle, but those passes are being forced. They're still forcing those passes in the middle, Viper.
Yeah, they've got a bit sloppy this half with their passing as Orange County. They're definitely not as fluid as what they was in the first half. Might be something to watch.
Yeah, I also think that, you look at they are taking this sort of mid-space more, but there's another sort of Hail Mary ball in, and the side, it almost is something, but, you're not seeing the technical pinpoint. There's another shot being ripped. So, yeah, there's a nice little dip side. He's opening. What a save. What a save. Loomi's yelling at his defense, saying you need pressure on that shot as they get teed up for this cross. A brilliant save by Lumi as he was completely open on that side shot there. Here comes the corner at the top of the box. Nothing from it. Gets cleared off to the right side. They're going to go re-attack. Defensive line has to keep up. Here comes Lumi in. Has to bat it away just to be sure. And that's another corner, another dangerous corner for Orange County as they tee up the ball here. You see some runs being made, shuffling, some shirt pulling going on. They want the second goal, and up comes the ball in the back post. It gets redirected. Nobody there. It goes out of play for for Orange County. Throw in. Is it a giant throw? No. Faked everybody out. Went up the line instead. It's a battle there as the ball goes in, but a nice diving heading clear by Tormenta. Reset by the team as Orange County once again builds up the attack. He's trying to look for that line now, but now Tormenta is really shutting down that line, forcing them to go a lot more inside, like this pass here into the center. Tormenta breaks it up. They're really focusing on that, but a bad clearance sees him almost break free as Tormenta now looks for the counterattack, as is their signature, but unable to link in. And here comes a through ball. Barely gets through. I think maybe that's a foul called and pull it back. It's still 1-0, 66th minute. Man, your team has a chance. They just need to get out of that midfield swamp. They just can't get free of that midfield there.
It's unfortunate. Not my team, but the team I'm rooting for, oh my God, what a set piece. Oh my God, relentless pressure. Can they get out here?
It's coming in. Pinging in, but look at that ball from Tormenta. He's free on the outside. Look at he's under pressure. He loses it in the end. He wasn't able to find anybody. He was by himself. The lonely man in the high castle, unable to find anybody to link up. Now they're working the inside a little bit. There's a little dink. It gets free. Can he rip the shot? He does, but it goes straight at the goalkeeper. Straight at the goalkeeper. He's going to be free to boom it downfield. And the balls just come back and forth. It's a huge aerial battle right now. There comes a through ball again. So Orange County continually trying to basically force that ball inside. They're looking for that inside ball, and they're causing turnovers because they're just trying to force it through, and it's not going through. That's allowing a turnover for Tormenta to come through on this left side. He's looking for the cross. He does get it. It gets blocked, however, but they're still under pressure. Tormenta wants to continue to keep this pressure onto this. A throw-in for Tormenta as he looks for the inside. He breaks free. He's looking for the guy.
Go.
Come through.
Tormenta brings
that throw in. He finds the middle open, rips a shot past a clueless goalkeeper. Nothing he can do with that. And it's 1-1, but here comes Orange County immediately on the left side looking for the shot. He pulls a ripper straight into Lumi. Lumi needs to slow down. He throws the ball to Tormenta. They want to keep possession. It's a game, folks, a 1-1, but a turnover causes problems. Sarkozy free, looking for the crossover. He tries to get it through a forest of purple shirts. He's still got the ball on the outside, ripping a shot. Gets blocked and goes out. And a lot of pressure there. Orange County coming back with a vengeance. It's a game, folks. It is a game and a half right now. 1-1. Tormenta coming out of the blue. They're attacking again. He's free on the left side. Criminal's got the ball. Sending it to the end line. He gets broken up in the end, unfortunately. Unable to find a link up on the inside. And here comes Rob dishing the ball in the corner. It's a race that's going to be won by Tormenta. And the throw-in, nothing happening there. Madmen, you're the team. It's 1-1. How do you feel right now? What do you think Tormenta has to do to keep this lead?
But to be expected. Oh, pass it. Oh my God, he didn't make the pass. Oh, what a pass!
The end. Oh, the ball is punched.
Oh my.
They are
attacking.
attacking.
This was to be expected. This was no way was it going to be an easy blowout game. I'm looking forward to the second game.
The second game is going to be amazing, but we still got 4 minutes at least in this game. It's 1-1. Could be anybody's game. There goes the set piece here. It goes into Tormenta, who are now actually winning the midfield battle and now attacking in their own right. There comes a ball inside. He just touches it a little bit to the outside, and that has to be cleared. Orange County defense now in desperation mode. Everything is cleared out. They don't want to take chances. A long throw, and he comes in. He's free on the outside. Does a little juke on the inside, but doesn't get that pass. It doesn't link up, and there's another clear. Back to Tormenta, who's now keeping possession of the ball. They're looking hardcore. He's fighting for it. Rob comes in with a nice tackle, and again dishes the ball off in the corner. He's open. Is he open? He's onside. Sarkozy's onside. He's looking for the ball on the inside. Doesn't get it. They had a brilliant chance there, but they weren't able to link up, and now comes Tormenta once again, taking up and gobbling up that space. A couple slide tackles, doesn't do anything. As he looks for the right side, he's open on the right side, takes a touch in the box. Unfortunately, too big of a touch, and that gets cleared out. Wow, Tormenta's coming in like crazy, and that's the 90th minute. So that ends on a crazy attacking run by Tormenta. The last sort of 5-6 minutes, they just completely dashed at him, and it's 1-1 right now. And that's gonna. Are they playing extra time here?
No, they're playing. They're grabbing stats real quick, and then they're gonna play a second full game. And if the score is tied after the second full game, they gotta play a third full game. And then I guess if the score is tied after the third full game, you would continue until extra time and PKs. I'm assuming.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna go with for now. So that actually ends on a 1-1, which means they're now gonna play another game. And then if anyone should win on that, then they're the winner. But then if they tie the second game, then the third game is played. So it's still neck and neck here with Tormenta putting up a great show against Orange County. Viper, what do you think is going on in Orange County's locker room right now? What is the coach telling them?
I think Colport's just trying to get his team to calm down, to relax. They've still got another full game to play. I think he's just trying to calm them down, keep them relaxed, get them playing their football, and I think they'll shoot fine.
And man, what do you think's happening in Tormenta's locker room right now? Are they overjoyed at the performance right now? Are they on a high?
In Tormenta's locker room, I'm telling them that they played a good game. I'm telling them that they need to relax a little bit more, play a little bit possession football, play their game. Don't fall into what Orange County was doing. I'm telling my team they did a good job.
Yeah, I think, if I'm the coach for Tormenta, I'm going to try to carry this momentum that they ended with into the second game and try to, immediately come onto the field with that same mentality of attacking. I mean, Orange County was under fire in the last 5 minutes. A goal could have gone their way easily. So I think, having, something has to be said for the defenders of Orange County really putting up with that last minute rush and just clearing the balls out.
Nice. Before the game starts, I do want to point out this tactical change for Tormenta Esports. We have a formation change from their first game. They did a 4-2-3-1 narrow, or was it wide?
It was
Anyone
narrow
know?
from Tom.
It was narrow.
Okay, it was a 4-2-3-1 narrow, and now they've gone with a 4-1-2-1-2
Narrow.
narrow. So maybe this formation change, you know, gets them that W.
So essentially, they're kind of going into the same kind of formation that Orange County was using. Again, I think it's largely because they want to win that midfield battle. So they're ensuring that they've got that midfield completely locked in, and then they're going to work the wides, I think, which is what Orange County was trying to do. Now, my question is with this formation, however, you've got those gaps. So now you're letting Orange County run down these gaps, which is what they do the best. And is that going to be a problem? You know, that'll be kind of the difference, because I felt like they were able to go hand in hand. They were able to go toe-to-toe with Orange County in the midfield battle with the last formation that they used. Question is this going to help or hurt in the end?
Hurt.
We will see. We will see.
I don't like the tactical change.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is age-old mantra of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And you know, I think it's a gutsy move from the coach, because you essentially were winning the game in the midfield at the end of that last game, and now you're changing things completely different. So, you know, is this a formation that they've actually practiced and they know well enough, better than the previous one? Is that why they're making the change? You know, there's a lot of questions to be asked of the managers for why they would do this at this point, because you're at a 1-1. You didn't lose the game. You're at a 1-1 tie. So
it is to make nice to note that most teams do practice or warm up with two different formations in mind. That way, that when push comes to shove, they are able to make that adjustment.
Yeah, but like, you know, I guess you look at the motivations of it. You know, you're 1-1, you're playing well. You need to make a drastic change.
Seems like they want to be more aggressive, putting two strikers at the top.
Yeah, but that also leaves them more open for counter aggression from Orange County, and we know Orange County can do that very well. So we will see whether or not this gutsy move by Tormenta's manager pays off as we now go into the second game of the playoffs. If you're just tuning in, first game 1-1 tie between Orange County and Tormenta. This is the VPGA playoffs, brought to you by GeoProtein, as we go in to the second match. Kickoff to, looks like Orange County in the black and the white Tormenta. Kickoff starts, left side being worked right away. They're coming straight at him. Look at the congestion in the midfield, as I think they're both playing very similar formations. You've got some overlap side, a nice one-touch ball in. He is free. He does rip a shot straight into 7. And that is immediate counterattack from Tormenta. You saw how quickly they were able to turn around, and there comes a nice distribution in. Forfeit. What's going on? Hold the boat. Looks like we've got a forfeit. Maybe some people dropped off. We have a rulebook person here. What is the rule standing on forfeiting out of a game?
The team has to back out within 10 minutes of FIFA play.
Within 10 minutes, okay. I'm just told now that the left back had dropped.
Yes, that's what happened. The left back dropped out.
So from what I understand, though, that you can only do that once, though.
Once. So if their left back drops out next game, they are not allowed to back out.
Yeah. They're not allowed to back out, otherwise they will forfeit.
Oh, wait. Let me correct that. Teams are allowed to back out if there is a kick clash or player drops within the first 5 minutes.
But each team gets 1, so...
Yes.
Yeah, so each team gets 1, so within the first 5 minutes. I didn't see the clock there.
did not see the clock either, so...
I'm assuming since the Tormenta hasn't raised any sort of issue whatsoever, we have a couple calls down into the locker room right now. I don't think there's any issue with it. I believe it was before the 5th minute. So it looks like they're all just going to queue up once again and jump into the play. It was immediate attack by Tormenta coming in strong in that turnover. You saw Orange County immediately going in, but then turning over the ball, and then a nice through ball for Tormenta to find the outside striker, right striker, and a shot on goal, unfortunately, right at the goalkeeper. Is this a 7 rotating this game? Was he the keeper for Orange County last game as well?
First game, yes, he was the keeper.
Okay, he was. All right.
He is the number 1 keeper on the leaderboard, so I question if they do rotate him in the playoff game.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any reason to unless he were sick or something. I just didn't remember seeing his name pop up. So, but anyways, yeah. So they're gonna restart again in a minute here. So stick tight. Once again, the rule being, if you drop out for kick clash or somebody in your team drops out due to lag or disconnection, each team is afforded 1 dropout within the first 5 minutes. What we hear, Viper, that last bit of play there, you saw them, coming in and really counterattacking. Do you think this is going to be a case of counterattacking versus counterattacking, or do you think this is going to be more of a midfield build up the play, 4, 5, 6 passes, then try to get an attacking formation?
I think Orange County are probably going to stick with how they play. They'll probably carry on building up the play, because that's what they're used to, that's what they're good at. There's no need to change that at all. I think for Tormenta, though, I think they might go on the counter. Now that they've got the 2 strikers up top and they've changed the formation, I think they might go on the counter attack.
Yeah, and what's interesting is, like I mentioned earlier, Tormenta is a much more straightforward type of team style. They don't play around the ball individually and try to beat 1 or 2 guys before they pass it, which in that last play you saw helped them out a lot because they were able to react and counterattack so quickly because they're just one-touch balling through balls into the space.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, and so here we go. Restarting.
Very interesting game.
Restarting the play now. The game, rather. 0-0, Orange County in the black, Tormenta in the white. Orange County is now controlling the ball. Bring into the midfield. You can see right there, 2 of the midfields kind of going really kind of close together. They're going to carry on with the advantage play. Sarkozy bringing the ball back into Posick. Posick getting depossessed there. I think it's still going to be a throw-in for them, however. And they're going to maybe go for that long ball here, which gets knocked out of play again. You can see they are putting one guy at the top of the box just in case they get a redirect in the center. And it looks like he is. Sarkozy gets.
Oh, it's a goal.
It's a goal.
That's a goal.
King Cozy.
My man Cozy.
It's a goal. Yeah. What a shot. What a play.
Team Cozy.
And that
King Cozy. Oh my God.
That is Orange County in a nutshell. When they strike, it's like a viper. They're coiled up, ready. You don't think anything of it, and bam, there's a goal. Sarkozy making a little left-right movement there, but here comes Tormenta right in on the left side. Might be an offside there. It's like an offside call. So Tormenta not letting up. Even County strikes first. That ball in from that throw. Great run from Sarkozy to get free there and stay on side. Lumi just going to boot the ball back into play. It's a long ball, but comes into Rob, who's controlling the midfield, gets a nice ball in to the outside, back into him. This is the cam play where you're getting the cam to control and build up the attack, look for the pass on the outside, and be available for that pass back and the inside. And so here they're now working the ball around. You can see that individual play style, the individual skill of the players to beat, people, and that's exactly what Sarkozy did there. He got the ball and beat a couple defenders to the side and then was open for that shot. And then, of course, he put it in the back of the net. But here comes Tormenta using that left side a lot. He comes in for the cross. Bodies flying everywhere.
Sticky.
As they try to get that ball out. But Tormenta hitting this left side really hard. They're looking for a nice little ditty pass in the inside. Criminal, nice little move to the outside. He gets taking the ball away from him. And they are going to... Oh, he loses it. Instead, a backheel pass misses, unfortunately. And here comes Orange County once again powering up the midfield. A nice through ball attempt. Just blocked out by the defender. Now they're working the inside again as well, but Culprit comes in and takes it away. They're losing the midfield battle, this Tormenta team right now, with this formation, this 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. And here comes Chooch coming in. He fires a shot. Lumi bats it out to the right side. And that's going to go out for a corner kick. Orange County teeing up for this corner kick now as they come in. That's a big arching ball to the outside. Is Tormenta gonna get to it? He almost gets to it. Orange County keeping possession. Now they're really attacking. Chooch looking for that inside ball, but gets stripped away. And now they're working again that left side. Viper, why do you think they're working the left side so much?
I don't know. They've been doing really well down that side so far this game. So I think they're seeing that as a stronger side to go down. It seems to be working a lot better for them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see as Orange County continues to control the pace of the game. They're bringing the ball down in the middle. They're using the midfielder as well, but they are getting depossessed. And every time they get depossessed, it's an opportunity for Tormenta to really come through. But what you're seeing here is Tormenta's not able to get past that half line, really, unless they do that through ball to the left side. You're seeing a lot more pressure now in the midfield from Orange County to just lock up and tighten up that midfield. But Tormenta is not out of the game yet. But here you go. You see a fight right there that he loses. John Ferns comes in, gets a nice dish off to Rob. Rob's looking for the inside, takes the space, tries that through ball, doesn't get through. And now Quick is coming in on the right side. Look at the ball into Manny, looking for the left side again, into Drew. Zonic Phase takes the ball away and clears it upfield. And it's a throw in for Tormenta. Madmen, do you think this left side strategy is working for them? Should they switch it up to the right side?
Not at all. Not at all.
So they should possibly switch to the right side. Here comes a nice inside pass, gets taken away from Arrow. A strong, solid defensive player, and they're going to come in. But a bad pass sees him once again under siege from this Orange County team. John looking for that pass on the right side. He does get it. Face coming in, but gets body off the ball by Drew, who's going to try to look for keeping possession, but dangerous on this side as King boots it upfield and gets right back in Orange County, right in that midfield. Rob's sitting in that midfield in that nice space there where he's able to kind of rotate and kind of control that play from right side, left side, through ball. He's dangerous as well as a through ball, as you saw there. I think he tried to rip a shot there. Quick is bringing it up. They've got three guys in front. 1-2 passes. Tormenta gets the through ball in. He's onside. Look, man, he's looking for it.
He's offside.
He's offside. He's offside in the end. Very close in my mind. I don't think he was that far offside. He might have been just a half a step, it felt like. But he is getting in there, and they are finding him, and that must be an encouraging thing for Tormenta right now. They continue to do those 1-2 give passes. There's that through ball into traffic, however, doesn't get it. Rob's getting it back. He's got that left side open, and he does capitalize on that as they take the space. A nice through ball on the left side. Sarkozy is free. Does a ditty again. Looking for that shot in that open space. Dishes it off. It gets taken away. But in the end, you're seeing how dangerous he is once he gets the ball. He is just pulling defenders every which way. They're like taffy in his hands as he's trying to get free for that shot. Doesn't get in the end, but he's dangerous. And here comes Tormenta taking that space. Look at the space he's taking. He's just taking space. Unfortunately, one too many dribbles. And on that right side, they are just locking him down, but he gets open on the right side. Rob comes in on the inside, looking for the shot. Doesn't get it in the end as Arrow comes sliding in and bats the ball away. It is a corner for Orange County. Ball comes into the center, Gets knocked out to Tormenta. Nice head ball, but Pose comes in and just gets a toe on it, but comes in free. Manny's free. He's finding the guy. Criminal finds the left side instead of the right side, unfortunately, and gets it taken away in the end, and they just clear the ball. You can see Orange County panicking for a second there. Madman, that little link up there between Criminal and Manny, very crucial, I think. What do you think needs to happen for Tormenta to get this goal?
They need to relax. Look at that, dribbling into players. They can't complete 5 straight passes. It's not going to work. They have to play as a team, and they're playing individual games right now. And they can't win like this.
Yeah, and there's the halftime.
They played it on one side for most of the half, and it's like you're going to get shut down if everyone expects you to go where you've been going. They need to switch up their style of play, go back to their original formation, because they were definitely playing better than that, and get this W.
And you see right here, 0 shots on target. As I say, can't win the raffle, don't buy a ticket, right? So they need to buy some tickets. They need a lot of tickets right now. They're going to get a goal and win this game. They need to be doing, what they were doing in the first game, which was just peppering the goalkeeper with shots, getting open, get a shot. But right now they're struggling to get open at all, because every time they do a through ball, it's into one striker who's surrounded by 2 or 3 defenders, I think.
They're just rushing it too much. They need to, like Madman said, they need to calm down, get the passing going.
Yeah, and you're seeing that they're actually able to depossess the Orange County guys. Like right there, they're taking the ball away from them.
It's when they get to that, they just rush the ball through. I mean, that was
the ball comes through.
But
Manny,
the whole first half, they got the ball back and they just rushed it forward. They didn't take their time. They were picking the wrong passes, getting the ball dribbling into opposition players.
Not only that, but I think a part of it too. And here comes a cross in the backside. Quickie's looking for third. Goalkeeper misses it. Almost a disaster for Orange County. Tormenta once again showing a bit of life there. They bring the ball back to a foul. A set piece here could be the end.
Oh, Mike Nips for the 134 fans?
Could be a big play here. Biggest play of his life. He takes a shot. Pulls the trigger and just goes wide.
He really pulled it.
And interesting that he's a bit far away there. Interesting he decides to take it and not dish it off and then go for the secondary shot here. Orange County coming in. Nice little through ball to the right side. He's looking for the crossback. There's a slide. He gets it. He's open on top of the box. He's going to dink the ball in. So many white shirts there. Ensure that they don't get that secondary ball like they scored in the first game. And they're going to try to control, but he loses it into the center. The center's wide open. The through ball comes through.
Ozzy's in. Oh, what a goal.
What a goal!
Beautiful goal by Ozzy.
Sarkozy once again showing he's the man as he comes in with a sliding toe ball shot into the upper corner. Maybe taking the goalkeeper by surprise there. But what a shot. Sacrificing life.
Sloppy passing from Tormenta.
And it's exactly. I mean, they turn the ball away in their defense half, just like they're doing right now. Here comes another through ball. Sarkozy's got it. He goes down in the box. No whistle called. But there's so much open space now on that defensive side. Orange County gets the ball back right away. But here comes a little bit of pressure as they get the through ball in. They're fighting for it. They don't get it. However, and here comes the ball straight back in. Gets knocked out of play for a Tormenta to throw in. Now, suddenly, everything's different. 2-0 up. You can see a little bit more urgency now from Tormenta as they just high pressure everything. They're trying to get the ball back as much as possible. Here they do get it back. Criminal is open. He's looking for that inside. The left side is open, but he goes the wrong way and gets smothered, but does draw the foul.
They need to make something of this set piece right here.
They've got to do something.
What should they be doing, Madmen, in the set piece?
Everyone knows. Here you go to the wall and you make a pass off. You maybe go to the wall, make a pass wide, and cross it in. You do anything but this shot that McNips is about to take.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to shoot here. I think you're a little too far away. He does go to the wall. It gets banged back.
In the box.
He still has it, but there's so many black shirts running at him. There's not much for him to do. And it's an Orange County throw-in. They're looking to just... Now that it's a 62nd minute, they're looking to... Are Orange County looking to continue attack here? Are they going to knuckle down on defense, Viper?
I don't think they're going to change the way that they play, to be fair. They never do normally. Unless they're completely outplayed, they don't change the way they're playing. Look at them now, going straight back on the attack as soon as they can.
Which you see right there, a ball right into Sarkozy. So yeah, you're right. It looks like
they've been good so far, solid so far defensively. They haven't conceded a goal. Why would they change how they've been playing?
Yeah, I would say only that they're losing a little bit too much possession, like you saw right there. Opportunity to keep possession a bit more, I think. But they're getting the ball back right away almost, so it's almost like that doesn't really matter because you can see Tormenta just turning the ball over right away, and here comes a ball on the right side. It's completely open. Two guys in the middle. He's looking for that little dink pass on the side, but he doesn't get it. Instead, Criminal comes in and strips him. Now you've got two guys on either side running at the defense. It's a 3v4 right now. He gets the ball in. Criminal needs to get that off. There's a foul. Is it not a PK? It's another free kick from the left side this time. They need to do better on these set pieces. They have opportunities to be dangerous on the set pieces, and they're not utilizing these set pieces. Comes in. It is a shot again, which goes way above the post. I mean, that's another thing that, you got to mention is, if you want to be a top team, you need to have set pieces where your team knows what they're doing on the set pieces. You have to plan.
Definitely.
Because it's a set piece. It's like almost a free chance on goal in a lot of ways. These, especially the ones in the top of the box. He comes into play. There's a shot. Completely open. Criminal has a chance there to get one back, but it goes wide of the left post by 2 inches. Probably the best chance they've had of the game, I think, Madman.
It is. They haven't had a lot of main chances, but these set piece plays they need to start taking advantage of.
Might be a little bit too little, too late, as it's now coming in quickly on the 75th minute. County is not letting up.
Offside.
Sarkozy free rips the shot upper left-hand corner.
Yes, Cozy, get in.
Cozy.
Oh, Raf.
3 on the day. Is that a hat trick?
That is a hat trick for
Raf. I don't think that was onside.
And he rips it. He knew if he stayed on the ball a little bit too late, the defenders would get on him. And so he ripped the shot early, and what a rip it was. That was unsavable. That was literally top corner. Crazy shot.
Uh-oh.
Quick and easy. He's playing around with the ball. He gets it inside. They still have possession, but there's so many black shirts. He's got them open space, but a bad pass. Gets it back again.
Oh, my God.
And a little dinker. I don't even know if that was shot. Maybe that was just a pass. And another opportunity wasted for Tormenta. They could have had, I think, 2 goals now. Up 3-2. But look at Sarkozy again, free. Why are they letting Sarkozy run so free here? He gets a shot in. I think a fingertip. Not a fingertip, but it looked like almost a fingertip from the keeper. It is a goal kick. But, if you're Tormenta defense, why are you not man-marking this guy as he comes in the box? He's so dangerous. Maybe double marking him after the first goal.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. The downfall for Tormenta was that formation change.
Folks, Madman is completely perplexed right now, folks.
Very perplexed.
Very complex as Orange County shows off their foot skill for the cameras, and they hammer away on that right side. A nice, desperate slide tackle, grabs ankle, and there's a foul. I think a little bit of frustration creeping in on Tormenta's side. They saw the tunnel, and it's been
Tony Kroos.
3-0, 86th minute, almost 87th minute. They're looking for play. Mark Sarkozy, I think, would be the number one thing I'd be shouting right now as a goalkeeper there. Make sure Sarkozy's marked. And here comes the ball into the wall. Immediately, cracks in. Lumi comes off his line and kicks it straight away. He's looking for that space to run onto. Not a problem for 7. A good try there to find that open space, and good, for Lumi for actually coming out aggressively and stopping that ball. That would have been a sure goal otherwise. Here he comes out again, settles the ball, and booms it upfield. And it is now back in Tormenta's. Into Tormenta's. They're just booting it downfield now and hoping for the best. I think that's what they call a Hail Mary. And there's a nice through ball on the right side, however. Keeper's coming out. Seven.
That's beautiful.
Too little, too late. GG8s.
Comes down in the last. Boots it out, and that's GG of the playoff. Second playoff game. Nothing.
From the winning team, we now have Danny, a.k.a. the D-Rob. Danny, can you tell us?
Match ball?
Yes, Cozy, of course we're taking match ball.
It's a day he'll never forget. 3 on the day. And, you can say the ball's in. Good job for them to recognize it, but man, he pulled some magic of his own.
Yes, he did.
So good job, Orange County. They move on 3-0. And we've got a little match recap for you guys. Let's talk about what kind of did it. We talked in the beginning about the formation change from Tormenta, which we all kind of felt was a bit of a mistake.
It was.
Madman says emphatically it was a mistake.
And they couldn't control the midfield after that formation change. They couldn't possess the ball. They couldn't get shots off or good opportunities. It was media core. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, you saw at the halftime there's no shots at all. There was 0. And then you have these 2 shots from the set piece, which you can see here, just skied it. No opportunity, no real danger there. And then you see Sarkozy just coming in, by himself, the lone striker, let's say that. The lone striker making magic happening against a really strong defensive Tormenta team. You do have to recognize that Tormenta is very strong defensively. It's just, when you're under pressure so much, because you lost the midfield, it's going to happen. And that's essentially what I think happened here for Tormenta. I agree with you, man. I don't think it was a good idea to change. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It was basically like 2 different teams, I felt like. They went from a team that was 1-1 with Orange County, attacking really hard, being very dangerous, to a team that had 0 shots at halftime.
And what they're going to do is now they're going to sit and they're going to deal with that decision until the season is over.
Yeah, I know. How do you feel, Viper, on that?
Why? Why? Why would you do that?
I mean, McNix has just commented saying that most people missed it. In the first game at halftime, they changed to that same formation that they used in the second half. Now, it didn't seem like that in the first game because they didn't play the same way they did as what they did in the second game. In the second game, I don't think it was just the formation change. I think it's the way they approached the game. They sat back defensively and tried to go on the counter-attack. Now, in the first game, they didn't do that. They were pressuring Orange County. They were trying to do the nice little passing, just like Orange County was doing, and the game ended up being a 1-1 draw. If they'd done that in the second game, I think they would have had a much better chance because it was working well. Even though they changed the formation at half-time in the first game, for the rest of that half, they still played the same way.
Yeah.
But the second game, they definitely... It wasn't necessarily the formation change. That could be a big part of it. But I think it was more the way that they actually approached the game.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. Because a lot of people will talk about formation. But formation is a guideline, The players all have free will, And so it's up to them to figure out how the kind of style they're going to play within that formation. That formation is just a skeleton, There's much more than just a skeleton when it comes to playing these games. And, even if they change the formation at halftime, they played the exact same style as they did the previous formation, which just proves the point how irrelevant a formation can actually be, right? Because even though it changed to that formation at halftime, they were just the same style and they're just as dangerous as in the first half. And then you see this game and it's completely different. So I think, you know, a lot of the midfield, losing the midfield battle, we talked about the midfield battle and how important that is. Orange County played pretty much the same. I mean, they didn't really, you know, like they didn't really play any real better or worse necessarily. They were pretty much the same. It's just that Tormenta kind of just eased off the pedal a little bit. They lost a lot of the midfield battle. You know, they were turning over the ball a lot more than previously. They weren't punishing Orange County for turning over the ball. They were getting the ball from Orange County. Orange County should not have been turning over the ball as much as they did, in my opinion, considering the talent they have, you know, considering the skill sets they have. They should not be turning over the ball that much. But Tormenta wasn't punishing them for it. So, all right. Any last final comments on that game?
I don't know. While we have the D-Rob here, I want to get what are your thoughts on that free kick from Pulisic?
We needed it, man. Our offense wasn't really. We weren't doing anything on offense. I don't know why that was, but we needed that bad.
What was the discussion there? Was there a discussion? Does he take the shot? Does he not take the shot?
There's really no discussion. He kind of tells us if it's within his range, and if it is, we know he's shooting it, and if it's not, then we look to a play. But that one, he was taking it.
So when he says it's in my range, I'm taking the shot. You guys trust him?
100%.
Okay,
Nice.
That's good to hear. I mean, obviously he proved it, right? I mean, he's shown it, and that's going to go in a highlight reel somewhere, I'm sure. But you're right. That really opened up the game, I feel, on that. What do you think in the second half? Was there in the second game in that break? What was the locker room talk? What was the manager talking to you guys about?
Basically just moving the ball. We got to move the ball more. And then we didn't do this on purpose, but we kept going to the left side of the field. So we were working to try to get it back to the right, but for some reason we kept attacking down the left, and I'm not sure why that was, but that just seems like what they were giving us.
It worked.
Yeah, I mean, you had Sarkozy. I mean, having Sarkozy up alone at the top allowed him to kind of move laterally to wherever he needed to be, and that really paid off for you guys. I mean, he was able to get in some spots that I didn't think he was able to get into because he was covered, but he's really pulled off some amazing shots there too. I think another really important thing I think should point out, you know, when the really great strikers of the game, when they get that look on goal, 9 times out of 10 they put in the back of the net. They don't fluff it. And that's what you saw a couple shots from Fermenta as well, you know, and they got shots on goal, but it was right at the goalkeeper. And I think that's a big difference too.
Yeah, Cozy did work today. Why he's always on top of the leaderboards for scoring. Yeah, it was a good team effort all the way around.
What are you guys going to
While
be
we
looking
got you here, I want to talk about the defensive side of the ball. You guys have a formidable back line, but one player that stood out to me tonight was John Ferns. You guys is right back, I think? Or was it the left back?
Ferns is in the RCM tonight. FaZe and Corey were the outside backs.
Oh.
And Sticky, along with Uzi, were center backs.
Okay. Well, your back line, they played phenomenal tonight. I felt like instead of 4 players, it was all one big wall back there. And it's good to see that from the defensive side.
I mean, all season long, offense struggled very early on clicking. Defense has been good throughout the season. So hats off to those guys. We're definitely not in any games without those guys.
Sorry, I was just going to ask you. So moving into the next round, what is Orange County going to be looking at doing? How are they going to be approaching the next matchup?
It depends who our opponent's going to be, but it's just nice to be in the Final Four. There's some great teams, so it's just nice to be one of the last teams standing in the Final Four. So,
are you guys planning to all stick around next season too? Is this any departments?
No, we're sticking together, and there's a few rumors out there, but I think we'll be improved as well.
Okay.
Are you looking to add some fresh talent?
If it ain't broke, fix it. As I always say.
Yeah, there's talks about another big name could be joining OCSC next season.
Okay. Rumor mill is a buzz.
I just want to point out that big names joined ACFC this season, and we saw what happened to them 2 nights ago or last night.
Right, but
just be careful of those big name players.
Touche.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, should we wrap up?
Yeah, I mean, just hats off, Otto. I mean, the guys from the comments I've been reading, they love you guys commentating.
Especially Otto, top guy.
Yeah, if we try to figure out some compensation, I know it probably won't be obviously what you're used to, but we're trying to get you something. But we definitely appreciate you guys taking the time out of your night to come spend it with us. Thanks to the over 100 viewers that are watching the games. Yeah, man, it was just a great night, and I can't wait to do it again tomorrow when we get to watch you guys on the virtual pitch. You guys over at Oakland, who you will be taking on Unkind, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're all looking forward to the Chapter 2 of Autocorrect versus Unkind.
We're done with that, man. We're done with that. It's I've already gotten the redemption, so
that's never done.
It's late now.
Yeah. Okay.
He's saying that now. He's saying that now.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's never done. You've got your redemption, but now you need to jab the knife in just a little bit further.
I don't know, man. It's a never-ending story if that happens. I think it's the point.
I was one of the most humble guys I've played with, so if anything, I don't think he's hyping it himself up.
So we're looking forward to that
tomorrow.
El Paso versus Keene, Battle of Texas. Also looking forward to that. I mean, just great games. Loving the playoffs. Looking forward to tomorrow night and seeing who can join GRFC in Orange County in the Final Four.
Sounds good. So once again, thanks to all the viewers out there. This is VPG America's Playoffs. We're signing off. Thanks again to everybody who stopped by. Also our sponsor, GeoProtein, for sponsoring the league. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.
Have a good night, people.
Good night, everyone.